Have you ever met someone who simply doesn't exist online? No stories, no posts, no digital footprint. In an economy that runs on attention, these people seem invisible. It's easy to assume they are shy, insecure, antisocial, or just out of touch. But psychology suggests this behavior is actually a strong indicator of secure self esteem. While most people post to prove they are happy or scroll just to stay in the loop, the non user has realized something crucial. Validation loses its value the moment you have to ask for it. They don't need to broadcast their life to prove they are living it, and they don't need the feed to feel entertained or complete. Privacy versus secrecy. The first psychological trait we need to understand is the difference between secrecy and privacy. In our modern culture, we've confused the two. We assume that if someone isn't sharing everything, they must be hiding something. We think if they were happy, they would show it. This doesn't mean the non users are secretive, it means they view their personal life as well personal, not a public stage. Psychologically, this is a safe move. By keeping their wins, their relationships, and their daily moves off the internet, they protect the energy of those things. Think about it. The moment you post a personal memory, you unconsciously change your relationship to it. It stops being about how you felt and starts being about how they reacted. The non user avoids this shift. By keeping the moment offline, their memory stays untarnished. They aren't hiding their life from the world, they are protecting their happiness from becoming a performance. Internal versus external confidence. This leads us to the biggest difference in how their brains process confidence. Most of us rely on external validation. This is when you feel good about yourself because other people told you to. You post a selfie, you get 100 likes, and you think, okay, I am attractive today. But what happens when you don't get the likes? You feel invisible. People who stay off these platforms tend to have internal confidence. They have a solid sense of self. They don't need a digital mirror to tell them who they are. They already know. And because they don't rely on the audience for their self worth, their mood is stable. It doesn't fluctuate based on an algorithm they can't control. By refusing to view their life as a movie, authentic connection. Think about the last concert you went to. How many phones were in the air? Those people weren't watching the artist. They were watching their own screens, recording the stage for an imaginary future audience. The people who aren't recording or scrolling constantly aren't suffering from continuous partial attention. For most of us, even when we are talking to a friend, a part of our brain is thinking about our phone. We are wondering if we missed a notification, or we are thinking about how to take a picture of our food. We are never 100% there. The non user doesn't have that background noise. They understand that attention is a limited currency. You can spend it trying to impress strangers from high school, or you can invest it in the person sitting right across from you. The non user has made a deliberate choice. They aren't looking for an audience to watch their life. They are looking for meaningful experiences and real people to share it with. The comparison trap. Finally, we have to talk about the most damaging part of the platform comparison. We are wired to look at our neighbors and ask, am I doing as well as them? Social media weaponizes this. It forces you to compare your behind the scenes footage with everyone else's highlight reel. You see their vacations, their promotions, and their perfect relationships, and you subconsciously feel like you are falling behind. We live in an era of overexposure. We know what our distant friends ate for breakfast. We know what their gym looks like. We have mistaken information for intimacy. The non user has opted out of this race entirely. By removing the feed, they remove the trigger. They are content with their own timeline because they aren't constantly measuring it against a fake, curated version of reality. They are free to enjoy their own life without wondering if it looks good enough for the grid. There is also a social advantage to this silence: the grand payoff. So, what can we learn from the people who don't exist online? We tend to look at them with suspicion or maybe even pity, thinking they are missing out on the culture. But the truth is, they might be the only ones who are truly awake. They teach us that visibility is not value. You don't need to be seen by the world to matter. You don't need to archive your memories to keep them. And you certainly don't need to perform your life for an audience to prove that it's happening. The most confident thing you can do is to just be, to sit in a moment, fully present, without the urge to broadcast it. Because real life isn't content, it's just life. And it's meant to be lived, not posted. The next time you feel the urge to pull out your phone and capture a moment, try just once to let it slip away unrecorded.